programs that we provide. Counseling is provided by Family and Children's Services for the families within our child development program. And as I said, other support programs that the center provides. The before and after school program and the infant and toddler program are just two new initiatives that we began this year. Again, sensing the need that those were issues that families were not being able to address in other markets, and that was one that we could provide services for.
Let's look over the last 6.5, 7 minutes that we have here. Ms. Keller, as the president and CEO of the Martha O'Brien Center, how do you see the future of that center? That is, what are some of the things that, looking at your background and some of the things that you bring in terms of administration and et cetera, what are some of the things that you'd like to see, perhaps what we might call a wish list over the next 5 or 6 minutes, to talk about some of the things that you'd like to see and how you would like to see the community to cooperate with you in reference to these things?
Okay. I think our major future initiative would be to expand the facilities, not only for the programs that I mentioned to you a minute ago, but for access to other programs. There are many other service providers in the community who want to help and work with the families in the Casey homes, similar to some that are already existing and working with Martha O'Brien Center. So I think overcoming those issues are some that are just paramount to us right now. Also, long-term, though, I'd like to see us develop more corporate partners to be able to expand our relationship with companies. When I talk with families in our community and we work with families, what they really keep saying is jobs. And they really, they want to begin to put things back together, and we can help them put the pieces back together again if we've got opportunities to move them forward. Sometimes we provide the opportunity and then the doors close. So the corporate partnerships allow us to keep those doors open, and the mobility of the families is fluid and not jagged, and we're not pulling the rug out from under them. I think also one of the things we would like to do is to work in the area of the issues of crime and violence in the community. Martha O'Brien has been about the past several years really trying to recreate and restructure our relationship with the community in a way that we can be an advocate for the community, and we can work with them in areas related to improved police protection, improved intervention in the areas of crime and violence. Our youth programs provide opportunities for the kids to get off the streets, to be involved in educational support programs, and also just recreation, a place to come and play and be safe and have fun. But we need to have more of that, and part of our renovation is to expand those youth program areas so that the youth of the community have a place that they can come and be safe and get back on track for themselves. But I think one of the things that the community is very interested in is beginning to take some responsibility for what's going on in their area. There's an active residents association and an individual who is the president of that residents association, Ms. Mitchell, who works tirelessly in support of the community and in trying to advocate for them. So I think to begin to cement that relationship with the community in a way that we're working together as one, as a team, not as a us and a them, and not as the Martha O'Brien Center and the clients, but as the Martha O'Brien Center and its many partners working with the families in the community in a way that not only are we providing an opportunity for them to move out of Casey if that is their goal, but also an opportunity for them to improve the quality of life while they're there.
Good. That's very, very important. That even if they don't go, that they can improve. Very good. I think that Ms. Keller, as the president and again CEO of Martha O'Brien, I think that you've mentioned the fact of jobs. And not long ago, we had on the same program 2 persons from the Department of Human Services, and they talked about a new federal initiative that I think that Casey might be involved in. I think if I'm right in terms of the impression that I got at the time, and that was what is known as jobs work. Why don't you tell, and if you are involved in that, why don't you give us some information in terms of what that means to you and what that program jobs work is all about from your perspective?
It's, as you said, a federal initiative, and we are involved with it from several different angles. One, in working with the Department of Human Services in Martha O'Brien's Resource Center, which is staffed by DHS workers and Metro Social Service workers. But the other is from a programmatic way. Some of our new grants and funding is helping put those pieces together for a positive and a successful Jobs Works program. The focus of it is to take families who, for whatever reason, did not complete their education and help them move forward by completing their education and gaining the job skills that they need, and then moving towards successful employment. So all of our programs that provide those support systems for families are doing what the federal initiative is now moving forward with, which is providing the resources and the systems that help families move toward dependence, toward independence. So I think that we're working directly with them in the Jobs Works program and working with Department of Human Services, but we embrace the same philosophy, which is helping families move from dependency on the system to independence. And it's been our assessment that that's what they want as well. And so our relationship has been to try to solidify whatever programs we can to ensure that if a component of being successful is missing in the community, that we can provide access to that in some way by drawing those resources in or by making them available through one of our own programs.
Very good. Ms. Keller, we've got about 1 minute and 57 seconds to go before this program is over today, and that gives you an opportunity to make what you might consider a final comment on some of the things that you perhaps did not have an opportunity to talk about, or some of the things that perhaps you would like to leave with our audience today. Let's take about the last minute to make a final comment from you.
Okay. I think it's very easy to look at communities like Casey, and particularly with a lot of the awareness through some of the articles in the newspaper recently, is to look at it as a place where there is no hope and the people there are hopeless. That has not been our experience at all. It's a group of people who are filled with a lot of hope and a lot of aspirations and a lot of dreams, and it's a place where a lot of people individually and corporately have been about making those dreams a reality through programs provided by Martha O'Brien Center. If I could say one thing, it's to stress that the community of Casey is very interested in working toward positive solutions to problems, and we need everyone's help in making those futures a reality, and to thank the partners that we have had in the past, individually, corporately, churches who've supported Martha O'Brien Center, and ask for their continued support in whatever way they feel called to.
Very good. Let me thank you, Ms. Keller, as the President and CEO of the Martha O'Brien Center, for coming by and giving us that excellent information about the center. And again, let me encourage you to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.
Weekdays at 2.